We're going to start our next unit, and in this unit we're going to talk about some inequalities that exist in triangles. And we're going to start first by ordering the side lengths of triangle sides and the angle measures of the triangle angles. So in any triangle, the side that has the longest measure is always going to be across from the side that, or the angle that has the largest measure. Similarly, the side that is the shortest is always going to be across from the angle that has the smallest measure. So what I mean by across from is, if we look at this angle L, that's 103 degrees. That's clearly the biggest angle. The side that's going to be the longest is across from that angle. So I start at the vertex of that angle right here where L is, and I'm just going to draw an arrow through the triangle, and it's going to end up pointing at the side that's across from it. So in this case, segment MN is the longest. So 37 is the smallest angle, that angle M. So if I draw an arrow through the triangle, it'll point at the shortest side. So in this case, side LN is the shortest. And then, of course, segment LM or ML, which is across from the 40-degree angle, that one's right in the middle. So you'll be asked to list the sides from longest to shortest. Sometimes you'll be asked to list them from shortest to longest, so you need to be careful about that. And all we need to do is look at the angles and figure out which sides are across from them. So in this triangle, angle S is my biggest one. It's 90 degrees. So I'll draw my arrow across. That means that QR is the longest side. And I'm labeling or listing from longest to shortest, so I'll start with QR. .32 is my smallest angle, angle R. So that means that QS is my shortest side. And then that leaves side SR to be the side measure that is somewhere in the middle of those two. So again, QR is across from the biggest angle, that makes it the longest side. QS is across from the smallest angle, that makes it the shortest side. So I want you to pause here, and I want you to list these sides from shortest to longest. So since we're listing from shortest to longest, I'll find the smallest angle, that's angle O. Across from it is side NP, that's my shortest side. My biggest angle is 66, that's angle N. Across from angle N is segment PO, side PO, that's my longest side. And that leaves NO as the one in the middle. So very similar to what we just did, we can list the angles either from smallest measure to biggest measure, or we can do it the other way from biggest to smallest. And the biggest angle measure is across from the longest side. So if we know the side lengths, then we can figure out which angle is the biggest, which one's the smallest, which one's in the middle. So here, side DF is 15. So I'll just start like at the middle of that segment, somewhere in the middle, and I can draw my arrow through, and I can see that the angle across from DF is angle E, so that makes angle E the longest, or I'm sorry, the largest. Side DE is the smallest side. That makes angle F the smallest angle. And so, of course, that leaves angle D left over. That one's in the middle. So let's do this one as well. I want to list from smallest to largest. So my smallest side here is 5. That's side IK. So the angle across from IK is J. That's our smallest. Our biggest side is side IJ. It's 14. The angle across from it is angle K. So that is our biggest, our largest angle. And that leaves angle I to be the one in the middle. So go ahead and pause. Oop, let me get there. Okay, now you can pause. Give this one a try. List these angles from smallest to largest. So since we're going from smallest to largest, I'll find the shortest side. The angle across from that is angle G. The longest side is GI. The angle across from that is angle H. And the one left over is angle I. That one's the angle measure that is in the middle of those two. It's not necessarily exactly in the middle, but it's not the smallest and it's not the largest. So I've got 2 you-do questions. Please make sure you do these. Make sure you draw the pictures. And make sure you're careful at which you want to come first. Make sure you read the question so you know whether or not you want the largest or the longest first, or the shortest or the smallest. We'll talk about these when I see you in class.